What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over bidding strategies. So really more for search and performance max type campaigns, but really the different bidding strategies that you have. And we'll go through all of them, the ways that I usually use bidding strategies and how I use them for different types of clients and really how it's changed over the years. So I'll really focus first and foremost on most importantly, first we have this little quick reference here, but most importantly, these are essentially all of your options when it comes to bidding strategies. So manual CPC, maximize clicks, maximize conversions, target CPA, target return on ad spend, maximize conversion value, target impression share, and then how to choose is a separate section at the bottom. Essentially, when you're looking at this, these four are going to be the four that give you the best overall results within your Google Ads campaigns. So regardless of anything else that you're doing, those four generally across the board are going to give you the best results. Now, there are some scenarios, and I've seen scenarios, and I have a few examples myself, where using manual bidding can actually improve your overall performance. There are maybe some scenarios where target impression share makes sense, but overall, this is not one that I generally use, so you won't hear me talking too well about it because it's one that I just generally see more expenses than we really need to have with it. So with all of these different bidding strategies, manual CPC and maximize clicks are both essentially traffic driving strategies. Maximize conversions, target CPA, those are strategies to drive you more volume of total conversions. Target return on ad spend, maximize conversion value. The goal is to drive more revenue. So really, ultimately, the number one bidding strategy to have is having really great data in Google Ads and using a target return on ad spend bidding strategy where you actually know, hey, we're spending $10,000 a month and it's earning us $50,000 a month. So we actually know what our return on ad spend is. From an e-commerce standpoint, it's a little bit easier to figure that out, but even from e-commerce, it's not perfect. The numbers are not going to ever be completely perfect with figuring out what actually drove your specific sale that day when somebody maybe clicked on an ad a week ago or 2 weeks ago, or maybe never clicked on an ad, or maybe clicked on an ad and told their significant other about it. So you really don't know always where every single conversion comes from, but essentially when you are getting really healthy conversion data within your account, that's why the most important thing when it comes to bidding is very first making sure that you have your conversion tracking set up. So to make this a little bit easier to understand, if you're running something like a Shopify website, an e-commerce website, you're generally going to have more of these e-commerce type of conversion actions. So add to cart, begin checkout, purchase. Usually there's going to be some level of conversion value that comes with those. Now, add to cart is one where generally I'm going to count my conversion value as like $1. I've set it up where the conversion value is like 10 cents for every add to cart, and you can actually fill in that exact number. But really, when you are optimizing for your Google Ads campaigns, what you want to do is be optimizing for an e-commerce, you want to be optimizing for the actual purchase that's coming in, the conversions, total conversion value. So I might have some of these from all-time results. Yeah, so these are actually real numbers. These were 3 conversions that I drove from Google Ads campaigns in the past that drove $832.99 in conversion value. So your goal with Google Ads is to get a lot of this data, not just 3 conversions, but essentially 1, 2, 3 or more conversions per day. And essentially what you're trying to do is figure out how much conversion value are we driving from these purchases. And then, from there, you're able to set up your bidding to essentially go after more of the conversion value. So when you're looking at these 2 different bidding strategies, maximize conversions and target CPA, really those are looking at conversions. So in this column, that's what they optimize for. When it comes to target return on ad spend, maximize conversion value, so conversion value. So pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes you don't always look at it exactly like that, but that's how those optimize. So you really need to figure out what are we actually optimizing for. In the example of something like a e-commerce company, you may start your overall campaign optimizing for like a begin checkout action. You might say, just to get started, let's start with people who are actually getting into the website, adding something to their cart, and actually getting into the checkout process. Because then at least we have some idea of like this person's taking the time to actually interact with our website, add a product, and almost purchase it even if they didn't. Now, once you say, okay, we have 16 of these, and they've turned into 3 sales. Over time, when you have, let's say, 100 begin checkouts and you have 25 sales, then it's much easier to say, all right, let's just focus on the purchase and let's just focus on the conversion value coming in. I say all of that because the most important thing about your bidding strategy is essentially you're saying, Google, here is what I want you to optimize for every time you enter the auction. In order to do that properly, you need good conversion data in your account. So that's where, when you're getting started, these 2 bidding strategies may be something that's not a terrible idea when you're just launching your campaign, because what happens sometimes is you launch a campaign with maximized conversions, or you try to maximize conversion value, and you find that your first $100, $200 goes after competitive keywords, low quality searches. So it's one of those, it's very difficult actually to launch a brand new campaign with your bidding strategy. It's something where I'm actually going to do a long form video about bidding strategies, just because it's really one of those open-ended questions where I can't give you one answer about how to bid. But I will say this, if you're launching brand new, so let's just use the example over here of come over to our campaigns and we're saying we're launching brand new. We have this commercial pest control campaign that we're running. And essentially what we want is we want to target businesses searching for pest control services. So what we want to do is come in here and say, let's target keywords related to commercial pest control. So these are essentially going to be the keywords you're targeting. When you look at these 3 keywords that we're targeting and we look at the search terms, you're going to see when we use exact match keywords, pest control, Myrtle Beach, commercial, best, commercial, pest. So some of these don't include the word commercial. It's just the nature of Google Ads at this point. So it's really hard to run a commercial only campaign, honestly. So maybe not the best example, but just assume this is just pest control by itself. This is why starting with exact match, these are really good search terms. So I'd rather pay more for these searches. Actually, the one click that we got, if we remove our filter here, the one click that we got was a good click overall by the actual search term, home pest control near me. And that's $18 a click in the Myrtle Beach market. So these are expensive clicks no matter what. So if you're going to target things, sometimes when you're bidding in the very beginning, you have absolutely no conversion data coming into your account. You just set up conversion tracking. This is the hardest part of running Google Ads. And it's where, for me with clients, a lot of times I fail because there is a mismatch in terms of, hey, we've spent $500 and I'm seeing like 3 phone calls. It's like, yeah, we're trying to get conversions in. It's like, it's pretty expensive. But that's the nature of Google Ads when you're launching. So with a bidding strategy standpoint, manual CPC, maximize clicks, these 2 bidding strategies, and here we have a manual CPC example. If you're launching a niche B2B search campaign with a small budget, manual CPC can help see which search terms actually attracted qualified clicks before switching to smart bidding. So if you want to use manual CPC for a little bit, just to say, hey, let's maybe not cast our net too wide with maximized conversions and broad match keywords, let's use manual CPC and let's maybe focus. To me, if you're using manual CPC or maximize clicks, they are much more of a use exact match keywords and bid heavily on those keywords. If you want to go the other route, I would not use these bidding strategies with broad match keywords. So when you're targeting your keywords here and you actually select the keywords that you're targeting, all of these here are exact match. Those work with manual bidding because you're still saying, hey, I want to pay $35 a click for commercial pest control company. But the other option is saying, okay, I want to not set a max CPC. I want Google to basically focus on maximizing conversions for me. And what you're going to find is your very first click is going to be like $65. And you're going to be like, what is happening? So when it comes to bidding, it's the hard part is when you're first launching, maximize conversions is going to overbid for you. It's unfortunate that that's the way that it works, but I've seen examples of people that have started campaigns with $300 daily budgets. You run it for a couple days and your first 2 clicks are like hundreds of dollars. You spent $500 for 2 clicks and you're like, this does not seem how advertising should work. And truthfully, it's not how advertising should work. So the best way to start sometimes is starting with a maximize clicks and then moving into these other bidding strategies. So that is just kind of an overview of where I would start. Over time, once you actually say, hey, we've spent $5,000 and we've driven 50 conversions at $100 a conversion. I think my math's right? So essentially, if you're saying that, then that's when you move to a Target CPA bidding strategy and you say the home services know it can profitably acquire leads at $75 each. In this case, it's $100 each. You set your Target CPA at $100, at $125 to basically say, hey, I'm willing to pay this much per conversion, spend my money and find me more leads. So that's essentially what you're trying to get to when it comes to Google Ads. The very hard part is understanding that cost per conversion has just gotten so high on the channel itself. It's a hard thing to kind of stomach sometimes when you see, why is our cost per conversion $80 when 3 years ago it was $35? And it's really just the changes within Google Ads that have made it harder to drive that cost per conversion really low and still drive the volume that you need. Target return on ad spend is similar to Target CPA, except instead of driving single conversions or single leads or phone calls, you are driving sales. So the other way to look at target return on ad spend is you could also say, hey, we are somebody who we have people that do sign up for a booked appointment. We have people that send us or call us directly. Phone calls for our business are worth way more than a booked appointment, just the way it works. You can set a value on that, and eventually with a lead generation, you could actually go towards target return on ad spend. It's not always a perfect system, and it does help if you say, hey, the average booked appointment brings us in $78 in revenue. The average phone call brings us in $235 in revenue. Then you have an understanding of, okay, every single lead that comes in as a phone call brings us this much revenue. Not always a perfect system and very hard because you'll have customers call you 3 or 4 times. And, it's one of those where maybe if you say unique phone callers, and then how much revenue that generated, but it's still not a perfect number. So you can also incorporate target return on ad spend with lead generation type goals, but this is really going to apply more for e-commerce. So with target return on ad spend, you're essentially saying, hey, we've spent $5,000, we've driven 50 sales, however many sales you've driven, and we've driven $30,000 in revenue. Well, now you're able to kind of say, okay, we can set a target return on ad spend. I think that would be 600%. A target return on ad spend of 600% because we just spent $5,000 to deliver us $30,000 in return in revenue. Now we feel more confident that our next $5,000, we should be able to hit that target again. So target return on ad spend is basically a way to keep you on track with what you're driving. And then you can figure out, hey, are we looking for more volume here? Or are we looking to actually increase our return and maximize the return itself? So to quickly go over the different bidding strategies, manual CPC, you actually set bids just like this. So you're still setting a max CPC bid. They do have columns here where you could actually see what the estimated first page bid is, estimated top of page bid. So we can look at some of those things. I might have a few of them up already, just all the way over here. So when you look over here, and you could see some of the numbers here, estimated first page bid. So you can actually figure out what other advertisers are bidding for these keywords, or essentially what bids are set at for other advertisers that are most likely using things like maximize conversions. Maximize clicks, the only real difference with manual CPC is set at the keyword level or the ad group level. Maximize clicks is set at the campaign level. So you say, hey, I want you to drive me as many clicks as possible. I don't want you to bid more than $3 a click, and let's go to work. So essentially that's the way that you do it with maximize clicks. It's a way to set it at the overall campaign level. I don't really use maximize clicks often. Manual CPC is what I prefer to use with exact match keywords and then doing it just like this. Now the other ones here, maximize conversions. This is a very easy one to set, but a hard one to get exactly right. Personally, I worry about using exact match conversions. And the number one thing I'd say is, when you're launching it, if you're launching a brand new campaign, like if I'm launching a Google Ads consulting campaign and I want to launch maximize conversions, I wouldn't go into my settings here and I wouldn't set my bidding strategy to maximize conversions and then set my budget to like $1,000 a day. And this is maximize conversions, no target CPA. So that's really the main thing. Change bid strategy. What do we want to focus on? Conversions? Yes. Do we want to set a target CPA? No. This is maximize conversions bidding strategy. Okay, the worst thing you can do with a campaign that has no data is set your budget to the moon, because Google will try to spend it and they may not drive you anything and they may overbid and you may see, I just lost a few $1,000s on essentially nothing. Now, you might also get lucky and it works. So there are times where this strategy works. To me, I would prefer when I'm first getting started, select a bid strategy directly, come down here, manual CPC, and set my bids at the keyword level with exact match keywords. Once I start getting more conversion data in, even if I get my first 5 conversions, then let's go to maximize conversions. If it comes to e-commerce, a lot of times you're launching with a Performance Max campaign. I will go over that shortly, but Performance Max only allows you to use maximize conversions, maximize conversion value, Target CPA, or target return on ad spend. You do not get the other options. You only get those options with search campaigns, and then the other bidding strategies are going to be through demand gen, which there I would use conversion-based bidding as well. So the only time you're really using maximize clicks or manual CPC is for a search campaign, and the only time I'm really using those is exact match keywords when I'm first launching, or I do have one client that has a very small budget that doesn't want to spend any more money, that wants to hit his keywords that he wants to hit, and we spend essentially $750 a month, manual CPC, exact match keywords. We don't get enough conversion volume to use conversion-based bidding. So really conversion-based bidding is about, let's get conversions in the account, then let's switch over to maximize conversions. And you can wait, like you get 5 conversions, let's switch over. You really are trying to get conversion data as quickly as possible into the account, which is the hardest part when you're first starting. So if you're launching a brand new campaign, to answer that question, launching a brand new campaign, I'm usually starting with manual CPC or maximize clicks, but generally manual CPC and exact match keywords. In an account that already has conversion data, I'm never using manual bidding again, and I'm using maximize conversions. In an account that has a really good conversion data, or I'm using maximize conversion value. An account that has really good conversion data, I'll start right with Target CPA, right with target return on ad spend. So we're launching a new campaign within an existing account that's already performing well for like a new service or to highlight an existing service. We're going right to Target CPA or target return on ad spend. These are going to be your best 2 performing bidding strategies, but they require conversion data or conversion value data to really work properly. You're not going to be able to just say, okay, let's launch our campaign. Yeah, $300 a day, target CPA, $30 per conversion, and I'll get my 10 leads per day and everyone be happy. So it just doesn't work that way. It's really, let's figure out how much conversions cost. Let's set a target for our conversions. Let's figure out how much conversion value we're driving. Let's set a target for what conversion value we're actually bringing in. Now, the last one that we'll go over is target impression share. You'll see here, useful for branded campaigns where you want to dominate visibility. So competitors are bidding on your brand name. Target impression share can help you stay highly visible for your own branded searches and protect that traffic. It's one of those things where it's just costly. You never really want to use it when you're actually trying to target real keywords, because the whole point of Google Ads is using conversion tracking and then using smart bidding strategies to drive more conversions. Target impression share is really just getting more impressions and clicks and sometimes overpaying for them. So we have how to choose the right strategy. So getting traffic generally is going to be more your maximize clicks or manual CPC, but that's really when you're first launching. Need visits, keyword data, more than lead efficiency. So get more leads, maximize conversions, control your cost per lead, and a little bit more control over your cost per click is target CPA. Increase your revenue return is going to be target return on ad spend, maximize conversion value, and then branded visibility, target impression share. Last but not least, so when you're running in here, basically you want to use this target CPA. Google will recommend these. I use their recommended a lot, or I'll go above it slightly sometimes, depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. If it's more volume, go above it. If it's more efficiency, keep it right at that number, or try to go maybe a couple down. Now, if you're at maximize conversion value, target return on ad spend, ours is 5.7%. So really you want to be in here and getting to like the 300 and the 400. And basically you just want to keep scaling this up. But there is a relationship between this and your budget. You can't just set your budget to $1 million a day and set target return on ad spend to 1,000%, and Google Ads just delivers the results. It's figuring out what's the right budget, what's the return we're shooting for. For some accounts I work on, we spend $10,000 a month and we shoot for a target return on ad spend of 500%. For some, it's higher with a lower return. For some, it's lower budget with a higher return. So it just depends on what are your overall goals. Now, last but not least in here, when you go to tools and your budgets and bidding and bid strategies, you can actually set what are called portfolio bid strategies. So you create it in here. You can see some of the examples that we have. The whole point of portfolio bid strategies is you can apply one bid strategy to multiple campaigns. So I could say, let's set a target CPA bid strategy. Let's set it for all of my campaigns. And then what we want to do is set the target CPA here. You can set a shared budget across multiple campaigns. And under advanced options, you can set minimum and most importantly, maximum bid limits. So you could say, I don't want to bid more than $30 for a click for Google Ads management services, which probably have to. But this is a great way to control everything, but it requires data. So portfolio bidding strategies are the best way to really control everything, but you will see plenty of success just going to the campaign level, running maximized conversions, setting your target CPA, and kind of figuring out, hey, this is the best bidding strategy for what we're trying to accomplish. So if you have any questions about any of this, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.